Today, guys, we're gonna be doing something massive to my AI mining farm. I mentioned in a previous video, I've been having internet issues, and thanks to you guys, you all pointed me in the right direction. I think I found the fix. This is the unifi Dream Machine Pro. Probably way overkill for my setup, but this is like an enterprise level router for entire small businesses that I'm gonna be installing today for my AI farm so that I hopefully have my last internet drop ever. I've been waiting for about a week to put this on. Of course, right when I get it, my internet lasts for days and days and days, and it finally has died on me. I normally have a dropout about once a week, but this one actually took 13 days. So that was nice that I made good profits then, but it's finally time to install this bad boy. So let's get into it after a quick word from our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Crypto Miner Bros, a reliable and highly trusted ASIC miner reseller. There are a couple huge benefits to buying from Crypto Miner Bros. The first is that the price on their website is the all-in price shipped to your door, no hidden fees. The second is that they have a massive selection of all the popular miners. My current favorite miner is the DG Home 1, which I got from Crypto Miner Bros. Don't forget to use code MODERN for $70 off each item regardless of price. Purchasing ASIC miners can be risky with tons of scams going around. Why not make it easy with Crypto Miner Bros? Check them out today with the link down below. So some of you guys may know, but networking, Ethernet, Wi-Fi, all of that has kind of been one of my worst skills as far as computer building for a long time. And in a previous video, I had basically asked you guys for help because I know a lot of my viewers are kind of networking experts. They honestly know a lot more about computers and stuff than I do. And so I asked them kind of how can I fix my internet issues where even my rigs that are all wired connections are dropping basically about once a week. And a lot of people recommend switching to a unifi style device. And that's where this right here comes in. So this is the unifi Dream Machine Pro. Probably very overkill for what I needed it for, but once I kind of saw something that may be able to fix my issues, I basically just went ahead and bought it. This is about a $400 device that we're about to install in this short series of clips here. I'm going to walk you through what all needed to be done to kind of get everything hooked up and why I think it's probably going to solve my issues. I am planning on putting this on the top shelf here because I already have a 24 port switch up here. And besides this area, the rest of my shelf is basically kind of filled up. I also have some kind of devices up here that I need to get out of the way. That device on the left is I think it's called a Rove D-pin router, which didn't really pan out. I thought it was maybe contributing to my internet issues, so that's been unplugged for a long time. That will eventually I'll give away to one of you guys. So the plan here with this UDM Pro is that I already have two Deco Wi-Fi units, Wi-Fi routers, and for some reason in my head before I learned about all this stuff, I thought router meant that it just provides internet to your house. I didn't realize that router actually can also mean kind of route the traffic. So I'm still by no means an expert, but what this UDM Pro is going to do is handle all the actual routing of all the devices in my house, whereas my Deco little routers or access points are now going to act as access points only. They're going to provide internet signal to my house, but they're not going to handle any of the actual routing of the traffic. And from what I heard from other people in researching, it seems like basically those Deco units were just getting overwhelmed with the amount of traffic from 10 AI rigs, and that I needed some more kind of enterprise level hardware. And that is where the UDM Pro comes in. It's going to handle all the routing and let my Decos just focus on providing Wi-Fi. So let's quickly walk through what's going on here. I have a hole in my garage ceiling that I cut pretty close to when I moved in to run Ethernet down to my original mining rigs back 3 or 4 years ago now. And sorry for the blurry footage there, but that hole comes up right underneath the office here, and this is going to allow me to link the upstairs of my house down to that UDM Pro. So for upstairs in the house, I'm planning on having obviously my main PC that you can see there, as well as my two access points. And you can see here I'm doing some thinking on which cables need to go where. Thankfully, I had a lot of these cables already kind of labeled as to what they were. But essentially, the only thing I need to keep up in this office now is the router, or the access point. And the modem, there you can see right there, that's going to go downstairs as well. I'm going to have it right next to the UDM Pro. And then the only thing that will be going between the floors is a single Ethernet cable from the UDM Pro to my access point. And then I have another Ethernet cable that runs up through the attic that connects my 2 access points. So here I am pulling the cable plug right there out of the ceiling, and now I'm seeing if is this going to be long enough to reach my UDM Pro, or I guess my modem, once I put it on the shelf. And yes, thankfully we had plenty of room. I didn't have to like re-terminate that and add extra length or anything like that. Now, one thing that I'm gonna need to make a video on in the future is that my top shelf has been getting pretty dang hot as of late. My fan is set to trigger at certain temperatures. When the temperature probe hits a certain temp, the fan turns on. But when that probe is at maybe 70 degrees, that upper shelf could be like 98 degrees. So now with all my internet hardware up there, and I know this UDM Pro is supposed to be in a rack, so it probably can handle heat very well. Spectrum modem, maybe not as much. But that's something that we're going to look at in future videos, is how to keep that top shelf cool, because I certainly don't want like overheating issues to cause continued drops, even though I upgraded this unit. And thankfully, so far, I haven't had any drops. So here I am kind of cable managing this. I don't want this to be dangling, get caught in the fan or anything, so I am securing this up to the ceiling just with some loose clips that I'm nailing directly into the drywall. And then from here, the modem will get plugged into there, and then I'll have a very short Cat 8 Ethernet cable that will go from the modem into the UDM Pro itself. So ideally, at the end of this, the UDM Pro is only going to have 2 ports plugged in. It's going to have the obviously the internet from the modem, and then it's going to have 1 cable to this 24-port switch, and then 1 other cable upstairs. And what this is going to allow me to do is set up VLANs, which is something that I've always heard about, but I had absolutely no idea how to set them up. Luckily, the UDM Pro makes this thing extremely easy. And how that works is basically the different ports on the UDM Pro you can set onto different networks. So my 24-port switch is going to be plugged into a different port than my access points, and therefore I can essentially separate those networks where they don't share any traffic. And this is good because my rigs that are getting rented out by complete strangers are now totally isolated from my actual house. They can't get onto my main editing PC. They can't get onto my wife's laptop. They can't get into the Wi-Fi network. All of that is separated, and this is definitely what you should do in terms of security. Though I will say I did never have any issues when I didn't have VLANs. So maybe someone tell me down below how necessary those really are. But for me, I haven't had issues, but I'm pretty sure this is for sure the right way to do it, so I'm happy to do it. Now that we've got the modem plugged in and hooked up to the UDM Pro, now we're taking this blue Ethernet cable. This is the one that is plugged directly into the access ports upstairs. And this is going to also get routed over to the shelf, ideally where it's not hanging down, where I'm going to get clotheslined by it. I basically just ran it right next to the modem. There's a good face right there. So we are getting pretty close to wrapping up here. Only thing left is to plug this cable into the UDM Pro and then plug up our 24-port switch to the UDM Pro. I did end up stopping pretty shortly after this clip. It was just getting too dark. I wanted to film this video during the day, but of course the internet finally dropped after like a long work day and 8 p.m. that night. So let's see how it worked, guys. Well, guys, it's all finished. I cut off the montage a little short. It was getting too dark to film last night. But I want to walk you through the exact setup now. I've got VLAN set up, which I should have done probably a long time ago, so that all of my rigs, basically everything that's connected into the switch up there, is disconnected from the rest of my house, which is better for security. So let's take a full look at where all the wires are going and check it out. So we'll start right up here. Most important part, the old UDM Pro. So we'll go through the online here in a second, and I'll show you all the cool things that you can see with this that was not possible with my previous router. And then I've got 3 cables coming into this. So obviously my modem, which you can see is on its side over there. It wouldn't fit. And then this is going upstairs to my Deco access points. They are in access point mode. They are not actually performing any routing functions. The UDM Pro is doing all of that. And then this right here is going into our actual switch, which this port is on its own VLAN separate from the Wi-Fi for the rest of the house. So let's take a look at the switch. So here we have our 24-port Netgear switch. It's pretty full. We still have a decent amount left, but this is for all of the devices back here. You may have noticed that when I need to still take this guy out, I had a switch there, I had a switch here. Those are all gone now. The only switch that we're using is this one right here. Now, how this works is the modem and the Ethernet cable that goes up to my routers come across the ceiling here. You saw me put those in. And then the modem cable, the actual Spectrum cable, is right here and goes out to my line out there. Whereas the Ethernet cable goes up through the floor into my routers upstairs. So really wasn't too bad to do. Now in terms of the setup, like I mentioned, I went ahead and switched my DNS so that I'm using 8888 and 1111 instead of the default one. Supposedly that is supposed to help with connection and stuff. And I've got the VLAN set up, but other than that, it's mostly just default settings on that UDM Pro. Now, in terms of the rigs, all of the salad rigs are already back up and running. No issues there. Now, one issue is that all of my octaspace rigs are still sitting idle after a whole day, and I've got them priced pretty competitively. I think I may have spilled the beans in my last video when I said to put 3090s on octaspace instead of salad, because there's like 70 listed now where there was not that many before. So hopefully demand picks up there. Now another thing that I noticed was I had my little fan controller. I had it set to the wrong setting, so it was just turning on at a set increment of time instead of by the temperature from this little probe. And the probe used to hang right here, but I actually moved the probe so it's up at the top hot shelf up here, because I want to keep this stuff at the top cool. And I actually noticed this morning that my Nerd QX, or however you say it, had overheated. It looks like that's fine now, so that's good. Looks like both my ASICs are okay. I wanted to make sure that everything else was powering and getting internet just fine, but it seems like they're all good to go. So really we're just waiting for those octaspace jobs to come back on the 3090s, and we should be back up and running. Now, last night I did have 2 of my 4 salad rigs drop off and then immediately come back, and previously I would have had no idea what that was, but my UDM Pro actually told me that at 2 a.m. last night I had a packet loss from Spectrum. So that's one of the amazing things, is that now I actually have proof to give them if that continues to happen, to hey, you guys got to get out here and fix whatever's going on, or I'm going to switch to another ISP. Now, hopefully that was before I switched the DNS to 8888. So we'll see if that actually maybe fixes that so it doesn't happen. But it's not a great sign that I had a packet loss within 6 hours of setting this thing up. All right, guys, it's actually been about a week since I got this thing installed. I finally have a chance to kind of go over the dashboard with you and show you some of the cool stuff that this Unifi Dream Machine Pro is going to allow me to do. So here is the main interface here. I'll block out my IP address, but there's a couple cool things that you can do. Right off the bat, I can see what my internet activity has been, and my uptime is actually 3 days and 18 hours. So it hasn't been that long. It's only been about 4 days of having this thing up, and it's had constant uptime, which is really good to see. I really like that you can see your continuous throughput. This isn't necessarily anything different, but it's nice. It's got a real nice looking chart, and everything about the OS here just looks super, super nice. You can see all your top clients, which mine are almost all my salad devices. You can see historical upload and download. all these blue peaks you can see are when you're actually downloading a job, specifically a salad job. I haven't been able to catch it doing an octaspace job. So overall, you just have a lot of control here. Now, if we go over to another tab, then you can see like your top destinations of where most of your traffic is going. And if it's low or suspicious or concerning, as if it's going to like North Korea or something like that, this is pretty cool as well. Now, perhaps my favorite thing that I am going to like about this is that it's going to give me errors that I can use to investigate, because I previously was basically working from a black box. I had no idea why my internet was failing. And you can see the worst thing I've experienced so far was a packet loss basically within 6 hours of installing it. And that did cause me to temporarily lose 2 salad jobs. They did come right back. And then recently, I'm just noticing this one is a high latency about a day ago. So this one didn't cause me to lose anything, but just something to kind of keep an eye on. I did change my DNS to 8.8.8.8. I think I mentioned that. Hopefully that kind of fixes the packet loss detected stuff. But so far, everything has been a dream with the Dream Machine Pro, and I'm really hoping that this kind of fixes all of my issues. Now, one thing that I've noticed is that my nodes on octaspace, they were not getting rented for quite a while. So obviously they all went offline when I installed this new device, and they sat all 5 idle for quite a long time. And it seems like octaspace demand has dropped a little bit. Right now, there's 45 3090s. Earlier today, it was 90, and I was getting really concerned then. Obviously, someone rented out a lot. But I figured out what my personal issue was. Every single one of my 3090 rigs had a reliability score between 50 and 70% because of all the internet drops over the past 3 months. And so what I did was I created a new node on one of them. So you restart, no history, 100% reliability score. And what do you know? That one was the first one to get a job out of all of them. So I did actually go in and notice all my 3090 nodes are now in the 7,000s. I redid all of them. I assume that's allowed, but basically that has reset the reliability score on all of them, and they're all at 100 now, and they are getting rented a little bit better. Granted, not at that crazy 18-cent price anymore. They're basically back to kind of 8 cents with relatively low power, so not the end of the world. Now, another thing I'm dealing with, and I'm not sure if this is related to my new hardware or not, but it seems like all of my jobs are ending in this yellow container stopped unexpectedly. Now, this doesn't hurt your reliability score, but I'm not sure if this is me or on the renter, because all of my rigs are having that issue. They're getting jobs, but they're only lasting like 6 hours, and then the yellow icon is appearing. So I still need to do some troubleshooting there, but that's just one thing I'm noticing. And lastly, to give you guys a quick update on the salad rigs, I did have some trouble getting the 5090 back onto a job. It looks like it just got on right now, but it did sit idle for at least a couple days. And of course, my 4090s are still sitting on here as well. And the good news is that it looks like my 5090 went straight to a beast job. It looks like it's going to be at 33 cents, which is awesome. So salad's been doing good. I wish my other two 4090s would get up to the 26-cent jobs, but 16 cents is okay. Could be worse. At least they're not sitting idle. So that's it, guys. Hopefully this change is awesome. I will leave a link to the UDM Pro down below if anyone is having similar internet issues. I kind of wish I knew about this stuff long ago, because I would have got the unifi access points as well instead of the deco ones I currently have. I will leave you another video up here to check out on your way out, and my site GPU Deals. If you need to buy GPUs for AI, for mining, this is the best site to find cheap deals. Peace.